Astra Travelers, and welcome to another special episode of Tales of Teyvat, a Genshin Lore Podcast. This week, we're bringing a very special episode where we are going to rank some of the big bad bossies in a tier list, but we'll let Tiff get into that a little bit later.
Are you feeling naughty? Well, slink on over to our website, talesofteyvat.com, where Tiff has conjured up some weird spirit memories things for you to tussle with. And where each episode we do has a dedicated page with visuals for your evil, evil eyeballs.
While you're on our site, check out our past episodes and seasons, artist spotlights from the community for every topic, and some other goodies.
Finally, feel free to email us at talesofteyvatpod@gmail.com, where Albeda will vet through our mail for us, ever so lovingly, full of grace, charm, organization, everything you'd ever wish for from a mailman.
And chalk.
And chalk. So make sure not to write in anything you don't want his poor baby chalk guys to see. Chalk boy aside, today we are going to be tier listing some bosses, not to be confused with just the baddies of the game, because we don't get to fight all the baddies. There's no suspedo.
Your New York jumps out so much when you say bosses, by the way.
Bosses.
It's like, I feel like it's even stronger than coffee.
Coffee, bosses.
Bosses.
And everyone wants to say I'm from upstate New York.
You are.
Well, you are.
I'm gonna go jump off the fucking Cliff of Fontaine.
So it is bosses. It's going to be weekly and our normal world bosses that we are going to tier list out. Our tier list, our finished product of what we do tonight, will be up on our website along with the link to make your own tier list. Please do so and save it out and share it with us either on social media or in the Discord if you belong. If you don't belong to the Discord and you're over 18, please join and share your tier list with us.
And remember, if you aren't 18 plus, Adventurine and Kaveh do check IDs at the door of the Discord server.
Mm-hmm.
So be on the lookout. They will decline you.
So in this tier list, and we'll, being that it's a visual thing and we're on a podcast, we'll remind you a couple times of which ones we're putting things into in our lists while you're listening as well. So we have, from our top to bottom, our lists are, this is so much fun, is this Twink Tank. So those would be ones that we really enjoy.
That's S tier.
Yes, that would be the S tier. A tier, right, is A?
Yeah.
Why did I forget? I took the letters out. Now I forgot what they are. A tier would be Rockin' for Life Tour de Force Awesomeness event. C is Should We Sky Now This?
Yes.
All of them.
Wait, does the normal tier list skip B? It goes S, A. Wait.
I don't know.
What are
Wait, let me pull it up.
It's
All right.
S, A, B, C, D, and F.
So there's no F. Okay.
No, they're usually, it can be D to F. It depends. Some of them have an SS tier.
Oh, because you can add new rows or something, right?
Yeah, I mean, it's all up to you and your tiering.
So the other
S,
default
A,
is
B,
S,
C, D.
A, B, C, D.
Okay. So we're doing S through D. We're going to S, the D.
As one should.
As always.
Mhm.
It's something we
STD.
do quite
Yeah.
awesome.
It just makes me think of the Ben's Fold song. Have you ever heard that? The F in the A.
No.
No.
Oh, it's so good. With a big fat D, but it's all about like music notes.
Oh. Well, we're giving everyone an STD
Yeah.
for this episode.
Well, isn't there like a line on 911? Not 911. You always say 911. It makes me think of it.
It's the
Brooklyn
best.
99, when she says this bee needs a C in her hand right now, and like he's just like looking at her like, well, I didn't mess it up, so I'd have to look it up. It's so funny because like he's just like, what? And she's like, I need a coconut drink in my hand.
Oh my God.
Not what I would have guessed.
I'll have to look it up. Just it is very funny. You would think I'd remember since I just rewatched the whole series. So we had our middle ground is Should We Sky Nail It? Our below average, because I've already forgotten what the letters would be. I guess it would be C, is Drop This Like My Orphan Child.
Mhm.
I mean, which is pretty common.
Yeah, a lot of people apparently picked that one in Teyvat. And then our D tier, our last one is Can I Hang Out with Dottore instead?
Which is just fucked.
I have a couple I'm going to put in there.
Mm-hmm.
I don't. None.
Well, we're going to be agreeing. So since there's three of us, majority rules.
Mm.
I'm gonna quit. This might be my last podcast, everyone. Au revoir.
Well, you know what? Since you want to be all squirrely, then you can choose our first boss that we're going to tier out.
All right, I'm gonna pick the one that I actually think is pretty rockin' for life, and I'm going to go with the statue of marble and brass in Petrichor.
Oh,
Oh, the centaur.
Yes, so I actually love fighting this guy because it's a Geo's dream.
You know, I was looking at that earlier today and I was wondering to myself, is that maybe like one of the Harmosts of Remuria? And because we know that they all sort of got plucked out of the spirit ether and like placed into golem bodies.
Mhm.
So, do we think that that is a spirit from Remuria? And if so, who is it? Because I would assume it's a Harmost, but then which one is it? I would assume it's not Boethius or Cassiodor, and that would leave Aurelius or what's her name? Gedia?
I don't think it's her because I think she went on to do stuff, in my opinion. I think she got out of there.
I'm thinking it's Aurelius.
I kind of always thought it was just the captain of the golem crew, like of the army.
What if it's Este?
It might be SA. But he's a centaur, so I don't think they were very specific in if any of the golems had horse butts.
I mean, they really should get on that.
Yeah, I mean, it's an important detail.
It just feels like since it's a boss, it should be like a Harmost. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah,
True.
definitely.
True.
You guys are cool with it being a rockin' for life?
Yeah, I'm cool with that for being Rockin' for Life.
Yeah.
I fought that one quite a bit. It is a Geo's dream because if there's anything that does really well in there, I mean, it's not going to be the same Geo that you're always using, but I use Zhongli in there and it's freaking fantastic. He's great in there.
I remember that being like a fun excuse to use Navia.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I would give it that rating. That's fine.
Look at that. No debate club. First one.
Woo!
Brandon.
Okay, let's go with Andreas.
Where is he going?
I'm gonna put him top tier.
Top tier.
Yeah, I love Andreas.
Really?
I do.
I actually really enjoy fighting Andreas
Really?
too.
Well, I already know I'm going to be out of this one.
I love that he's like the sassy one that's like, "Ugh, Venti, you can have this job. I don't want it. And I love that he like gives you a little break where he runs in a circle around you and it's super easy to dodge.
That's the most deadly part for me. I can't dodge that shit well. I'm like always running directly in the line of it.
See, that part's the easiest part for me where I'm just like, let me regather my bearings.
We can also see why I don't do spiral very often. And you do. My dumbass runs into the middle of problem.
It's hard to avoid it.
The only thing I don't like about him is when he does the howl where he switches elements and then inevitably if you forget to not like you should not attack him right before he does that because it's like a wasted attack.
Yeah.
But overall, I really love him.
Yeah, the cutscening is annoying, but I enjoy Andreas. And we have a friend that like weekly is like, want a wolf?
Yeah.
And I'm like, yeah. So I'm always hyped. I'm like, you want a wolf? 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 Wolf?
Should we demote him one because of the cutscene? I don't care.
You don't care. It was your idea to demote him.
No, I'm just saying, well, it's like, I know that's annoying. So, and
I mean, it's such a small amount. You guys can win that one. We can leave him up there.
Outvoted.
I am going to go with perhaps one that might be a little controversial. Maybe.
Mhm.
Ajdaha.
Drop it like an orphan.
Oh, no. That guy is going all the way. I'm hanging out with Dottore. I hate that guy.
I'm going to upvote it. Because I
Upvote it.
actually like Ajdaha. I think he's underrated. I'll explain why. I remember when Ajdaha came out, he was so fun to co-op with because he was so hard when he first came out. And it was like
That's
the
what
one
she
like
said.
really
I was like, wait, when did he stop being hard? Did I miss this somewhere?
he's not as hard now. Like
Oh, he's.
so when he first came out, it was like you would have all these other bosses and then you would have Ajdaha. And Ajdaha was like the deadly one. And I appreciated that there was like this like weird difference in difficulty.
Okay.
You're not selling Tiff.
But he does not have to sell me. He needs to sell you. Are you upvoting to drop him like an orphan?
I voted drop it like an orphan to begin with. So
I would put him higher than that, but I think the right balance
Me.
is to drop him like an orphan.
Yeah, he ain't going higher than that.
Yeah.
Fine. Fiends, back to you.
all right, my next one is going to be the Icewind Suite, my favorite dancers, and I'm going to give them Should We Skynail It? I find them very annoying. I think they're very pompous assholes. And I definitely have considered skynailing them in my head before. So fuck those bitches.
So which one are we putting the Icewind Suite?
I say
Skynail.
skynail it.
Skynail it.
I would agree with that because they are annoying, but I do love the idea of it. And I think that the choreography is really good.
Yeah, I would agree with that too. Especially since it's not a trounce. Like you die, you just walk your way back over.
Mhm.
When you're co-oping. When you're by yourself, it sucks a little bit, but
And as a reminder, we're doing S, A, B, C, D. So that got a B.
middle ground.
Yeah, in the middle.
Dead center. B, what would you like to choose
Okay.
from our wall of horrors?
I'm gonna do the one that I would rather hang out with Dottore instead, and we can debate, but it's the fucking Tulpa one.
The Hydrotalupa.
The chalupa?
The Chalupa,
How
yeah.
dare you say that to Taco Bell?
I hate it so much.
It is a really rough battle, and it's much better in co-op, in my opinion.
Yeah. Its little face is annoying too.
I just know I have fought it in Spiral and I think in Imaginarium.
Oh, that's gotta suck in Spiral.
Yeah, it was horrible. It was like level 100. It was
Ugh.
and it was like the final boss and I was like, "Oh my God, I hate this so much." And I just don't find it interesting. It's like what? Like it just turns into some little annoying water things. Like who cares?
Yeah, I'll go with that one. I dislike that one a lot.
Obviously, I've been outvoted, but I would put it and drop it like an orphan because again, nothing can be as bad like as Dottore hangouts. And I will be animate about that. I
I
don't
mean,
think
it could
there's
have been a good
boss.
segment.
What if it's Dottore as Xavier?
Yeah.
It's even worse. I'm like my poor son because I've adopted Xavier since the last episode on him.
Hopefully I'm wrong about that, but
You know, just because you said hopefully I'm wrong about that, you won't be.
Yeah.
oh.
You just cursed the boy.
I'm gonna go with one of my favorites. My favorites, which is the roly-poly, jumble, funny little face Kangamato over in Natlon.
So much fun. Is this Twink Tank?
Is this Twink Tank? That is a face made for Twink Tank.
Yes.
Look at those chubby ass fucking cheeks.
Okay.
I mean, he's not a twink.
Face made for Twink. Yeah, I was like, that seems a little like he's
No,
very
that's
more
like the
than
bear
welcome.
that goes into
Yeah.
Twink Night and picks up a twink.
Listen, I was saying he's more than welcome. I'm just saying not the face of Twink Tank. Adventuring and Kave are like quaking in the corner.
But did you see his little face when you like take his little fire pellets away and he's like, oh no. He's so cute.
He is
And then he
cute.
spins around on his big fat belly. Oh, I love him.
Yeah.
I'll give it to him.
Super
Yay.
fun.
All right. For my next trick, I will summon the Garthok. No, I'm gonna go with the Magu Kenki. Wait, did you guys know my reference? Please tell me you knew my reference just now. I quoted Coneheads.
No.
No, I missed it.
Oh no.
And we're old enough to know that reference, but we didn't get it.
Well, yeah, well, you and I are the same generation.
Oh yeah, that's right. I'm the decrepit old lady over here.
No, I feel like I'm closer to Tiff's generation.
Not the
Whoa,
other
whoa, whoa.
day. You were.
Yeah, the other day you said we were the same. Brandon, don't take this away from me.
He's jumping generations over there.
Yeah, that's a lot of jumps happening.
Well, that is sort of my gig because I'm technically like on the fringe of two different generations in terms of the actual definition of them. So
Still trying to take away my joy.
Well, where would you like the Magu Kenki to go?
Should we skynail it? I just find that it's so, especially in co-op, I feel like it kills so quick.
I hate it.
I hate
So I'm fine with if you want to go Skynail, I'm fine. That would be a B, but I'm also fine with it getting a C. But a B's fine.
I hate it. but I have trauma from him, so
Just like generations in between
yeah.
decisions.
Leave him right down center in the middle.
Yeah, that
Be
seems
the
fine.
damn
Yeah.
center. Okay. We'll leave him there. Next.
I want to go with Jade Plume.
The chicken.
Uh-huh. The Dendro chicken. And ooh, it's so hard. I think I'm gonna say Twink Tank, but I'm fine. Like I'm gonna say S tier, but I'm also fine with A tier if y'all want to downvote it.
I'm cool with Twink Tank.
I like the chicken.
It's fun, right?
I enjoy the chicken. Yeah, he's all like, he's just
It's
funny.
like quirky.
Yeah.
It's different.
He's just a quirky little guy.
He is a quirky little
Mhm.
guy. I am I'm gonna go with my favorite weekly, which is Senora.
Mm.
And I'm going to put her in the second tier of Rockin' for Life Tour de Force Blossomous event.
I'm content with that.
Oh
Yeah, I like that too, because if you're in the right mood for her, it's so much fun.
yeah.
If you're just grinding, it's like, oh, these element things. I have to catch these butterflies. It's annoying. So
Catching the butterflies is the best part, Brandon.
You know why she thinks it's the best part? Because when we co-op Senora all the time, this little bitch has to go and get all the damn moths.
My
Never
fault
lets
you're
me take
slow.
them.
oh my God.
Well, they were just gonna stream boss night because it's ridiculous with me and Pete's.
The other day, Tiff was trying to explain to our friend who is newer to bossing, just hasn't done them in a while, and she was like, "Yeah, and then you're gonna grab the butterflies." And I was in there, and I was just quietly gathering the butterflies, and they were like, "I haven't seen any butterflies." Tiff was like, "Yeah, that's because fucking feeds them all the time." I was like, and I'm like giggling. I'm like, hee hee hee. Listen, you snooze, you lose. I don't make the rules. I just follow them. Even though rules were meant to be broken.
Mm-hmm.
Thanks, Starwhale.
Who you going with next?
I'm gonna go with Scaramouche.
Scaramouche.
And this is probably gonna be so controversial. So much fun is this the Twink Tank.
Scaramouche?
I
No.
love the Scaramouche boss fight. It is something that I have fallen in love with the more and more that I've done it.
Really?
See, I would go with drop this like my orphan child, which is very fitting.
So fucked.
I don't know. Scaramouche, I mean, he murdered us a lot.
Yeah, but then when we got it down pat, it was gorgeous and beautiful.
And it's one of those things where like that first part, again, when we've played it with other people who aren't used to playing Scaramouche, trying to explain what you have to do in the beginning I'm just like, just don't take the freak swirly things. I'll take care of it. Just keep fighting.
Yeah, that's exactly my problem with it, is that it's overly complicated.
Yeah. The second part, you can basically just not die and your little floaty guys will just do the work for you.
Could we do Rockin' for Life at least? I feel like
Yeah.
it deserves a little
We're
bit of
gonna
a
downgrade him.
My heart hurts, but it's fine.
Thank you. Sorry, Fiona.
It's okay. I'm used to heartbreak.
Mhm.
Oh, it's my turn.
Yes, it is.
Let's do one of the boring ones, one of the automaton ones. No, let's do a hypostasis. Let's do the cryo hypostasis.
Cryohypostasis.
Twink Tank.
Really? Twink Tank? Is that just because it's on Dragonspine?
No, it's not even on Dragons. Oh,
You're thinking of a different one.
I'm thinking of a different one.
Mhm.
Oh, ew. What were you gonna give
it's
it, Brandon?
bad. It's bad. I would do drop it like my orphan child.
Yeah.
I'm okay with that. You were thinking of Beth, the Animo hypostasis, I think.
No, I was thinking of the the cryo Regivine.
The cryo Regivine.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah. Yeah, no, the cryo hypostasis, God, I remember farming it for Eula, and then I think someone else I had to farm it for.
When you don't have Eula, you don't have these problems. You just get bad.
It's so frustrating. It's like it shoots these things out, and you have to be like very patient and like wait for these things to get shot out to like smack them back at the boss. It's so annoying.
Mm-hmm.
That does sound infuriating.
Yeah. I feel like the Hydro is just as bad.
Yeah.
See, that's what you get for using Sussy Ayato.
Yeah.
I didn't use Ayato. I think I needed that for someone.
Hmm.
Wait, should we just put the Hydro in there with it?
Just throw him in there
Well,
too?
Yeah.
Okay, we'll throw him in there. dropping them like the orphan child.
So those both got a C out of S through D.
Mm-hmm. They're below average. I'm going to pick the prototype long ass name in Fontaine that you need for Riceley and Charlotte.
Okay.
And it's the one that when you, in the middle of the fight, the gravitational pull fucks you up. And I dislike it a lot.
Yeah, I don't like it.
And I'm gonna go with, I'm putting him at the bottom. Hurts me. I'm hanging out with Dottore instead of playing with that guy.
I'm fine with that. I would be fine with Orphan Child too.
Orphan Child.
But
I actually do enjoy fighting it a little
You
bit.
do?
Yeah, I use my
Okay.
Hu Tao in there, and I get like if I have Albedo and Hu Tao in there at the same time, I get a really good dive like thing.
Oh, because of the flower. Okay.
Yeah, Albedo's flower. Yeah.
The last few times I used Zhongli and Gaming, and they did pretty well.
That's not the first time that Phoenix talked about diving into Albedo's flower, by the way.
It's a regular occurrence at the Twink Tank.
Mhm.
It's why I can't go to work. Stay home. Can't be trusted at my own business.
All right, who are you picking next?
Number one in my heart, Child.
It's going all the way up to Twink Tank.
Yeah. Aside from actually liking the character Child, I do find the boss fight very fun. And weekly, Tiff and I, when we were really into our bosses, we'd be like, Child! He was always the first one and sometimes the only one we fought all week.
Yeah.
I do think it's fun to beat him up. If it were up to me, I would go with an A instead of an S, but I'm fine with it being S.
I'm giving a mess. I enjoy that one. I like the multiple tiers of it, and it's hard but not terrible.
Mm-hmm.
It's got enough that you don't feel like you're just going, bleh, which is with most of the Retrovines, I feel.
Yeah, I could get that.
Yeah, but like I feel like it's a little challenging, but it doesn't. I'm also not sweating, and I enjoy it. B, who do you want to pick?
Let's go with Suwani, aka Bluey. And I'm gonna say it's hard.
That's what she said.
I feel like it's kind of boring, so I would go with Should We Skynail It? But I'm fine with the one above it too. I don't really dislike it especially, but
I'm a little on the. It makes sense to be in the dead center for me.
Skynail it.
okay.
It's not like the hardest thing, but I'm always annoyed by it.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
Like I never feel like I'm content when I'm there.
Yeah.
I am gonna go with on our next one, a pep. I really enjoy a pep. It can get a little like labor intensive in its second phase, but it makes up for it in the third one,
Mhm.
where Fiends doesn't listen to me when I tell her to yell to run into the circle, and she swears that she gets into the circle and that it pushes her out and she dies.
It does. It literally does.
It doesn't. You
It
just don't get in the
does.
circle.
Yeah, you two really need to just start streaming your
Yeah.
boss fights.
Between the names of them that we have and then what our actual arguments.
I literally would be like, Tiff, I'm in the bubble. Like I
Like-
scream it. I'm like, I'm in the and then now we have some of our friends confused because like the Child makes a bubble too. And they're like, oh, we go in it, right? And I'm like, no, go the other way.
Stay away from that bubble.
Only a Pep and Brighton.
Yeah.
Like, please go. Abort.
I'm putting a pep over in the Rockin' for Life Tour de Force Boston Miss event because I enjoy it, but not as much as my pudgy little buddy that I've already given a top tier for.
Yeah, A rank.
A rank.
Fine. I would have sky nailed a pep. Personally.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's because he also has a contract to eat your soul.
Oh no, I forgot about it.
Speaking of soul eating, who would you like next?
I'm gonna go with the Wee Nut.
The Weena.
And I'm gonna say, should we sky nail it? Now, the Wee Nut is not a particularly tough fight, but it's annoying and I never know what to bring.
I would actually go lower than that, but I'm okay with it being there because I hate it.
Really?
Yeah, I hate
How do you
it.
feel about the Rune Serpent? You know they're lovers, right?
Oh, I like the Rune Serpent.
They have babies.
Oh my
Do you
god,
know
not
my
this again.
The Weenut's annoying because like you have to have an elemental bow user if you really want to knock it down
Nah.
during that one part.
Yeah, I agree. 100%.
I just hack at it with Raiden. It works well.
So it just becomes like super annoying when you're doing Spiral or Imaginarium and you have to like have just the right character, you know?
You know what just the right character is? Electra.
Well, yeah, I mean, Fischl is like my favorite thing to use against it. But that's not enough. You need like Fischl and then like serious like DPS.
Well, Weena is are we leaving Weena in the sky now in the mid-grade average section?
I mean, I'm fine with that. Like I would personally rate it lower than that, but I'm fine with Sky now.
Tiff, you're the break-in factor there.
I'm good with Sky now.
All right, Sky the nail it is.
Unless you want to hear my lore about the Weena and the Rune Serpent.
No.
The fact that I talk about it as if it's actual lore, like I will explain it to people as if I read it in the game and it's like canon about the two of them. And I don't know where I've gotten the audacity.
I love it.
So speaking of Skynail, I'm gonna go with Gimel next, and I would put that in Skynail.
Gimmel's going in the sky now?
Wait, really?
Yeah, because it's annoying. It's so like you have to have a Claymore or a Geo, and then you're just like running around the whole area the whole time. And for anyone who doesn't know Gimel's name, we're talking about the Geo hypostasis.
And Gimmel's his real name. That's not one we've made up.
Yeah, it's his actual
The
government name.
hypostasis all have actual names.
And I know it's like Gimel isn't hard, so it could be fun if you're co-oping sometimes, but like normally it's kind of annoying.
I would have given Gimel Tour de Force of Awesomeness event.
Okay.
But I'm also a Claymore user, and so like I used to just be like, all right, Changyu and Diluc, let's go.
Yeah.
While I don't mind fighting Gimmel, it is monotonous. So I'm gonna stick with Skynail on you on that one.
Okay.
It does get a little boring. And you have to cross the fucking water and deal with all the hilly trolls on the way for no reason.
Yeah. And you have to fight it for like 17 characters.
There's a rhyme and a reason for everything.
And it's this way when you go fight it, Brandon can say, well, see, I use Mona, so I just skip along the water.
Oh my god, yeah, it's true.
I know you'd think I would vote it higher because I get to show off Mona's skills. Like, bye.
Bye.
Ayaka or Mona, I'm just like, bye.
We will leave that one over in the sky now. And I'm going to go with the orphan dropper herself of Raiden Shogun. And I'm between of whether or not I'm going into the drop this like my orphan child or hang out with Dottore because she's a bitch.
Wow.
Yeah, that was hard.
It is really a hard fight.
I think it might go all the way down because it's hard, but it's annoying. Like I don't mind the challenge of it. It's the big fucking hand, and then
you have to have an Electro user.
And then when it's the zoomies on the ground, when it's like the burst out of the circles and you have to jump and then you have to double jump. It's too much.
Now, she doesn't annoy me as much as the Hydro Chalupa, so I would personally put her as orphan child, but I'm fine if y'all are thinking downgrade.
What do you think, Fiends?
Drop Mike, my orphan child. I hate her.
She knows the thing or two about dropping a child.
She does.
Well, are there any children you would like to drop off now?
Oh, so many. All of them. All the children. So because we're picking children, I'm going to go with the child of our Lord and Savior, JK, of our destroyer, Gold. So I'm going to be going with the Golden Wolf Lord, who is made by someone who would make me contemplate hanging out with Dottore. But since he's not the Gold, I'm going to give him a should we Skynail it? I enjoy doing the Golden Wolf Lord because you can use Geo there as well. But if you're not using Goru, you're really fucked for a lot of it because he's just in the air.
I hate it.
Even my all Geo team, I suffer with. So he kind of like ruins what I think should be a good fucking time.
Like I would literally probably put him down with the Chalupa, even though I think he's kind of like cool looking.
He emerges from a glowing gold vagina, which is why we call him the Vagina Wolf.
Yeah.
Like, I think his lore is really interesting, but I hate fighting him. So I guess I would go with Orphan Child. So Tiff, you can be the tiebreaker.
I'm gonna stick with Skynail because it does he's neat looking. He's a neat little dragon guy. I don't personally enjoy fighting him, but I might now
Hmm.
because I've been actually fighting more with one Geo. Jalonin has become my fave Geo.
Yeah, I feel like if you're Geo, if you have a normal Geo team, you're gonna have more
Yeah.
fun with him.
I'm
hmm
surprised you don't like the Golden Wolf Lord because you get to bring out your Goru.
I mean, I
you
do.
must not be speaking to me.
Oh, I was.
Oh.
Only
There's
to
not even a
Tiff.
level
I
low enough
also
for him
assumed
on
she was
here.
talking to me.
Brandon was like, this obviously is not Tiff centered. But no, yeah, Brandon, do you bring out your Goru?
Of course, I do like a full Geo team, but that's the thing. The thing with the Golden Wolf Lord is I had to farm it just to get my Geo team leveled up. So I never got to really enjoy fighting it with my Geo team.
Yeah.
It was like Zhongli and Mingguang, and that was it, like through most of the farming that I did on that.
Okay, I can understand that.
Oh, Geo Wolf Lord's doing just fine.
That was a Fiend's fave there. Fiend's pick. So B.
Okay, let's go with the Thunderbird.
Thunderbird.
I feel like I'm on The Price is Right.
I'm gonna put that. Can I hang out with Dottore instead?
I'm not fighting that.
I hate it so much.
I would have sky nailed him, but obviously I'm outvoted and I'm fine with that. Well, to a degree, because I don't like the category, as a whole.
Mhm.
You're like, I must protest.
Must protest. But I actually do enjoy fighting Kana.
Oh, you're on a first name basis with her?
We're besties. I told you. You don't want to believe me in my bestie syndromes, but it's just the truth.
It's so annoying. It's just like flying everywhere. It's like so hard to hit. You have to have just the right characters, and that's obviously like my theme throughout this. Is
Yeah.
like I want to be able to bring the characters that I like.
Mhm.
Yeah, I understand that.
You know who else sucks a lot?
Who?
Sucks so much her name is out of sight, out of mind.
Rodea. I hate her. She's
Oh my
always taking away the
God.
ground, making me murder birds, which is horrible.
And they're
Pump
the
the
deadliest birds
handbrakes.
since Alfred Hitchcock.
Mm-hmm.
Not since Alfred Hitchcock.
She's hanging out right down there with her manifestation, her moth lady friend.
I'm fine with that.
Really? Wow. I would have given a sky nail to Rodea. You guys are
Wow.
wild.
You crazy.
Apparently.
Yeah, it's sort of the same thing as Mothra. It's like
Mothra.
you have to have just the right people, just the right weapons, just the right elements. It's annoying.
I can't believe you just called her Mothra.
Uh-huh.
I'm like shook by that.
And Ashtaha as Godzilla.
All right, Beans, you up again.
All right, I'm gonna go with Beth, who is the animal hypostasis. Then, but I can't come home right. I love the song. It's so good. It's her song on our playlist.
Mhm.
Beth is getting so much fun as this Twink Tank. I really do enjoy fighting Beth. I have a good old time with her.
You like it when she spanks you in the ass.
No. I don't let her ever get to that point.
Oh,
No.
excuse me.
I'm the one doing the spanking in that boss fight.
It is fun. And we get to sing Beth.
Oh yeah, we sing Kiss the whole time.
Uh-huh.
Can't get better than that.
No, I think I was outvoted on that. I'm gonna pick. Oh, let's go with the Tenebrous Papilla.
Excuse
I've
me?
never hear its name. That is a lot, Brandon.
Is that not what you would call it?
Just don't think that's what I call it. I just call it the alien. Like, I don't know. It's just a fucking alien.
I think it's Tenebris Papilla, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
mean, I think you're
The
right. I just
papilla.
hate it.
You're like cracking up, like that's ridiculous.
Is that the one that I call the unicorn? No.
No, no,
No, no,
that's
no.
the little ball of eye goo.
Ball
Oh
of eye
God.
goo. Where would you like your little ball of eye goo to go?
So congrats to me. I just got Skirk.
Wow, wait, big congrats, B. I
Yeah.
didn't know that.
Thank you. And Skirk needs the Tenebris Papilla.
Oh.
So I was just fighting it earlier today, and I feel like it's kind of interesting and fine. So I'm somewhere in between Rockin' for Life and Should We Skynail It? Do y'all remember it? It's like the one that changes forms.
I'm skynailing it.
You're skynailing it?
Yeah, I don't like it.
Okay. We'll lean on the skynail side.
Yeah, I'm gonna go on your skynail just because, like, it could be a very tedious fight.
Mhm.
It's not the hardest fight.
Yeah.
It can be enjoyable, but it's kind of like what you were saying earlier about, like, if you don't bring the right team, you're just fucked for certain things.
There are parts of it where you need a Natlan character, which is annoying. Yeah.
Yeah, I have one, so
Yeah. Oh, me too. So I agree.
I'm gonna go with the OG boss of the game, the Valen. And this is going to be not one that's gonna, I know it's not gonna stay in this tier, but I'm putting it in the last one with Dottore. I hate fighting Dvalin. I hate the view that they give you. I have trauma from the first time I had to fight him, and I was fighting him at 90 when I was like level 10. I dislike it. I dislike having to jump up and go over and the ground's shaking. It's annoying.
I appreciate the novelty of it. If it were me, I would probably give it a Rockin' for Life.
I also would give it Rockin' for Life.
Really?
So
Oh my God.
he's just so easy now. Like, you know, like I don't like not being able to do it in co-op. Otherwise, I would honestly probably put it in Twink Tank.
Really?
Yeah.
What are you guys smoking?
Well, first of all, it's easy, but we can do
We can
an
middle ground.
average and put it
Yeah.
down into Skynail. I feel like that's more representative
Okay. Skynail it is.
because you were like 2 down.
I like Brandon's like, it's a better representation of us as a
Yeah.
whole.
Mathematics.
Boo math.
Who would you like to go with now?
I'm going to say the Baptiste.
The Baptiste?
The Inquisitus Bastard.
Yes. And I'm going to give him a Rockin' for Life Tour de Force of Awesomeness. I think it's fun. I like how there's different elements. It kind of keeps things a little fresh. Not the easiest, not the hardest. Like,
Yeah, I'm fine with that. I'm kind of like in the middle with him. I would go like between that and Skynail.
I would go with the Tour de Farce. The Tour de Farce. I do enjoy him just for the simple fact that he's the multiple elements, and I think the same reason why I like Senora. I like the multiple element thing. I think it's fun. Yay. Rocket for life.
Is it my turn?
Yes, it is.
All right, I'm gonna go with, oh my God, I forgot their name. I'm gonna go with the Electrohypostasis.
Aleph.
Aleph. Okay. I'm gonna give that a Rockin' for Life because
Ooh.
I really enjoy that one.
Yeah.
I like the weird different attacks it does and how early on you get used to it and you're like, you know exactly how to sort of die. I feel like it's the first boss that you feel good at fighting. if
Yeah.
that makes sense.
Yeah, it's true.
I would agree with that one. That one is fun.
Yeah, I'll agree there.
And you do have to have the little bit of strategy in it and stuff. It's not just a cakewalk.
Yeah.
Nice. I'm going to go with Arlecchino.
Ugh,
And while I love me some Arlecchino, that is a rough fight.
so rough. But not in the good way.
I think that she's a hard battle. I think that there takes some skill with it. Like, I don't feel like you're completely like shit out of luck with it.
Mhm.
But I don't know. I'm between the drop him off like my orphan child, which she knows a lot about orphan children as well, or she should be going hanging out with her brethren over in Dottoreville.
I would go with Orphan Child just because I really like the cutscene in between where
Yeah.
you're like stuck.
The music's good.
That's so like weird and shocking.
Yeah, I agree. I have warmed up to the Arlecchino fight.
Just not up to Arlecchino.
Never. The only time I'm warming up near Arlecchino is when she's literally warming me up. No, thank you.
All right. Who we going with next?
I'm gonna go with the Eon Drake, and I'm gonna give the Drake a Should We Sky Nail. No, I'm rocking for life. I'm rocking for life. I do enjoy it. It feels like it's just like a bigger version of a boss we've already fought,
Mm-hmm.
and I don't mind him.
You know, as much as I hate having to bring specific characters to a boss fight, I do find it really satisfying when you shoot. That's the one with like the thrusters that you can shoot with a bow, right?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I do find it like oddly satisfying when you shoot both of its thrusters and it falls out of the sky.
It is a good feeling.
Yeah.
So I'm fine with it being Rocket for Light. Normally, I would downvote it for requiring specific weapon types, but
Yeah, I'm good with Rockin' for Life.
Hell yeah, guys, I'm a winner.
Okay.
You are a winner, Feeny.
Thank you. I need a win.
All right, I'm gonna go. It's my turn, right?
Yes. Mhm.
Okay, I'm gonna go with the Perpetual Mechanical Array. And I'm going to give it, ooh, this is tough. I'm gonna say, I'm gonna say Skynail it, but I'm fine with Orphan Child as well.
No, Sky, orphan that shit. I hate that guy. I do. I really do.
Yeah, I have to say I do very much dislike him.
I feel
I
like
thought
I've gotten
about
so
it.
used to it because it's always in Spiral or Imaginarium. So I'm so used to like, oh, I gotta look for the one with like the weird golden circle around it
Yeah.
to know which one to hit.
And that is exactly why I don't like it.
Yeah.
I don't like how it splits itself.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with the all-devouring narwhal. And I'm music alone, narwhal's going up into the twink.
Yes, Twink
Yes.
Tank, Twink Tank, Twink
You know,
Tank.
I don't love dubstep, but I love that fight, so I'm in total agreement.
I enjoy it a lot, and it's a lot of fun in co-op too.
Oh
Mhm.
yeah.
Have either of you played Skirk's Story Quest yet?
No, not yet.
No, Brandon. And no, I haven't done Cloud Retainers.
Just throw that in there.
No, I have just accepted that you'll never do Cloud Retainers.
Nope.
But yeah, they bring up like the narwhal comes up in Skirk's Story Quest.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, it does make sense. That's her pet.
Well, it's her master's pet.
Yeah, but that just means it's hers.
All right, Beans.
All right, I'm gonna go with our newest boss fight, which is the chest pieces.
The chest piece?
Chest.
Chess. The Cheshire Cat. I don't want to say too much about them just because I don't want to spoil too much. I think they're cool, and I'm actually going to give them a Rockin' for Life Tour de Force of Awesomeness event, especially because I play as Kaya, and Kaya can do his freeze ring, and so it can be a lot of fun with him.
Yeah, I thought the fight was surprisingly tough, but I loved the design and the concept so much that so I'm fine with Rockin' for Life.
Yeah, and I like the challenge of it. It's a challenge that doesn't seem impossible. Once I
Yes,
found my right
yeah.
team, because it was quite
Yeah.
impossible the first time because I had the wrong team. But I do like the chess piece.
The
And I like a
chest.
chest piece too.
Mm-hmm.
A bee.
I mean, let's go with our father and savior, the Rune Serpent.
It's the rune serpent with the stupidest icon.
I'm gonna go with Rockin' for Life. I'm sorry.
The rune
don't know
serpent
why- I
gets a
don't know
rockin'
why.
for life.
I don't know why I like the Rune Serpent, but I do. But I'm fine with whatever y'all decide.
It's because you've heard my lore of the Weena and the rune serpent.
I think that might be it. Yeah.
I'm okay with Rockin' for Life.
Now, when you fight the rune serpent, do you ever worry about the goo?
No, never.
Yeah, I don't either. I did it first. I thought I had to. And then when I realized it didn't actually matter in the fight itself, I ignore the goo.
But
Yeah.
Brandon, you hate goo.
I do hate goo, but that's why I like because you can ignore the goo, which is what I always do. Ignore the goo.
I'm going to go with Dendro Hypostasis, aka Zayn Malik, and I'm going to put him up in the Twink Tank. Again,
Oh.
I do enjoy a multiple level of things. Granted, it's not a different element, but the fact that you have to use Electro along with it and it's got its different little segments without it being a cutscene segment, I enjoy it and I think it's a lot of fun.
But you have to use Electro?
Yes.
I know you have to use Dendro.
But at the very end, when you shoot the little babies, you then hit them with the Electro.
Oh.
Hit him with Dendro and then hit him with Electro and it kills it real quick. I like any reason to have Dendro. I mean, Electro. I do like Dendro and Electro together too.
Yeah.
But Fiends shoots them with Tinyari and I walk around with Kooky with my little circle of hell and we take care of him real quick.
Yeah, I'm usually Hu Tao and Tinyari.
Mm-hmm. Because
my best
they
life.
burn up the root ball.
Yeah, the
goes flying around.
Ball.
I feel very neutral about it, so I'm fine with whatever.
Hell yeah.
Zayn Malik is staying up in the Twink Tank.
Wait, why is it Zayn Malik?
Its name is Zayn.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Something like that.
This shows you how much I've actually fought that thing.
All right, so it's my turn. And because it is my turn, I'm going to pick the Geovashop, which is the Primo Geovashop boss, who I needed for Hu Tao many moons ago. And I'm going to go drop this like my orphan child. I hate that fight. I think it's so hard. And I think it's really hard sometimes to tell the difference between its hydro and cryo states.
Yeah.
That's true.
And it just annoys the shit out of me. So no, fuck off.
He gets you stuck by the wall too. If you get in the wrong position, he smooshes you up against the wall and you're just screwed.
I'm surprised that you don't enjoy the fact that you need a shield because that's such a Geo thing.
And I don't give a fuck about shields.
Okay.
Had I chosen, I would have gone with Skynail, but I'm okay with dropping like an orphan child because I've been smushed by that butt quite a bit.
Yeah, I'm fine with Orphan Child. I don't really care.
I don't really care. I'm dead.
Like, I feel I like the shield thing, but I don't have strong feelings about it at all.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of fun when you need to get the shield. This way, when he throws up, you just get in the way and it throws up back on himself. So he does. He's throwing up and you're throwing up right back at him. It's like, don't you throw up on me. Throw up on yourself.
I mean, that's valid. You're right. Throw up on yourself.
Who would you like next, B?
All right, so I'm going to go with the Secret Source Automaton configuration device. And that is the one, I believe, that creates phlogiston pillars that you have to climb up. And I fucking hate it. So it's going Dottore.
Until I read the thing, because I don't usually read. I just go in blindly and just try and figure things out. Till I read it and I realized that using a Natlan character like Jalonin or Kachina gets you up there quick because you can't just climb it up like a normal person. So you have to do anybody who has like a plunge, Albedo, Gaming, Cloud Retainer also are able to do it, but Jalonin is able to do it real damn quick. But I dislike that thing.
Yeah, I've been using Albedo on that one lately.
I can get through it, but man, do I hate it.
And I have Kachina, but Kachina is like, she's not, I mean, she's cool, but she doesn't really add much to your team comps, at least for mine. So when I have to bring Kachina in, and again, you know, I'm mostly approaching this from like experience of having to fight this in Spiral or Imaginarium, and it's very frustrating when you get into a fight like that and you only have certain characters that you need to like do all the other bosses like surrounding it, and then you have to do that one. You're like, oh, it's so annoying.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I don't hate it as much as I would hanging out with Dottore, but I get it. For me, it'd be like an orphan situation, but I understand where you guys are coming from.
Okay.
While we're sticking out and hanging out with Dottore, I'm gonna go with the lava statues.
Oh, yeah.
Fucking hate them.
That one, I did not, like, I was not reading the instructions. That's another one where I was like, what? Why isn't this working? Why is this so hard? And then I realized, oh, you have to have pyro to fight that thing.
Which makes no sense.
Yeah.
Yeah. You got to overload it with pyro.
I remember the first time fighting it, being like, "Oh, this is great! I have child," and it was like, "Oh, this is terrible!
Yeah.
What is happening?"
How dare you make us read instructions, Hoyo?
I know. As Vanessa says, you read read them with the same eyes you read your lore with.
I know. I know. And then what did she say? Then you got good. And I was
Yeah.
I don't know about good, but we're trying.
That was her Vanessa's advice to Fiends when she was having a problem with something. She's like, you can read it. It's the same eyes you use
It
to
was
read.
artifacts. You can read your artifacts the same way you read lore with your eyes. I was like, shit.
You're like, thanks, Grandma.
Yeah, I was like, fuck. I'm gonna go with the Pyro Regivine, who I see hanging out there. And I'm gonna give him so much fun. It's like Twink Tank. It's like another OG boss fight that I think is just become so easy,
Mhm.
so fun, and I really enjoy him. And it's like a nice challenge. I'm like, all right, going in with Child, Xingqiu, Tainari, and Barbara. Let's see how fast we do this today.
Yeah. Yeah, that becomes the how quickly can we get through it? Not even
Right. It's not difficult. It's more of the challenge is, can I break my record of how fast I killed it?
Mhm.
Yeah. We've definitely done that one in like a minute.
Oh,
in like
less.
co-op.
Way
Yeah.
less than that.
Way
yeah.
less.
Wow, you got way less of it. All right. All right,
Don't you
guys.
talk ill of our names. We do this. We are good at this.
Yeah, you were there when we did it way faster than that.
I don't know about that, guys.
It was like, what was it? Like, I don't even want to say because it'll probably be way too long, but it was very, very fast.
You're like, it will still be probably too long, though. You just said.
Yeah.
You're like 45 seconds, but really it was like 12.
No, I think it was
like
like
24.
less than 20.
Yeah.
Really?
Yes.
Oh my God.
It's like one of those moments where you go, oh, it's done.
Yeah, we all brought our best hydros and we were like, oh.
We'll time it again.
Okay, next. We got only a few left.
Is it my turn?
Yee.
Oh, I want to do the seahorse.
We have a joke in my family where we go, is there a seahorse over there? And it's so stupid. It's like,
What does that mean?
so we always my family, as in the older financially stable members of the family, rent a beach house for like a week, and now they do it for 2 weeks. And like we young people just like use them like a hostel. And when my one cousin was very little, like 8 or 9, the house next to us had like a fake aquarium set up almost, but it was all plastic. And we couldn't really tell what it was because it was shadowy. And she was like, I think it's a seahorse. And she was so hyped about the fact that maybe there was a seahorse. And one day we were all sitting on the deck and she saw the people from this house next door come out on their deck and she starts screaming, is there a seahorse over there? And they looked at her like, us? And then she was like, yeah. We're like, oh my God. And then they invited us over to their house. And they were rich people who owned the house.
Uh-huh.
And they let us in and they did have like a seahorse thing. But they also had a life-size replica of the Silver Surfer. I will
What?
always remember that. I was like, you have a Silver Surfer?
This is fascinating.
I was like, what type of rich are you?
Well, we have a seahorse right here, and I'm gonna give it, ooh, this is tough. I'm gonna say, should we Skynail it, even though I kind of like it, but I feel like the only reason I like it is because I use a Yaka a lot. Because it's a lot easier with cryo, especially if you have someone cryo that moves around fast. But I feel like if I
Mhm.
didn't have a Yaka, it would be super annoying.
I'm comfortable with that. I'm not the biggest fan of it, but I've also barely had to fight it, so I feel like I
Yeah.
can't have too much of an opinion.
I like the design of it too.
Yeah, I like to call it a unicorn.
Yeah. The unicorn seahorse.
Yeah, it's a unicorn. It looks like a unicorn. I'm going to go with the Abysmal Vishops, the Enkanomiya twins.
Uh-huh.
And it is a difficult fight. Not one I like to do by myself, but it's enjoyable. So I'm actually going to go with the Rockin' for Life Tour de
Oh.
Force.
Wow.
I enjoy doing that one.
Wow.
I know. I might be
No.
delirious.
I don't like
Downvoting
them.
it? Where are we downvoting them to? Skynail or Orphan Child?
I mean, I'm fine
Orphan.
with. Oh, I was
We
gonna
can
say
middle ground it.
Skynail.
We can middle
Yeah, let's
ground
do
Skynail.
Skynail.
Okay.
I like the idea that it's like two different things that you have to fight at the same time because that was the first time they did that, right? For like a boss.
Yeah, I think so.
So I like the idea that it was like two separate things, but I also find them super annoying.
They're down right in the middle. Who else do you hate?
Actually, I don't hate them, but I also love the Cryo Regivine.
The Cryo Regivine.
That's another one that's just like, how quickly can I get this done?
Yeah, I mean, they are on the same vein of they're not challenging, except for trying to beat your own time.
Yeah.
So I would definitely give him for that.
Yeah, it's fine. All right, I'm gonna go with what's that Natland Ho? The next to last one.
This guy, I gotta look at her name.
It's at the very end.
The
I think.
Wayward Hermetic Spirit Speaker.
Okay, yeah. Wayward Hermetic. I have really mixed feelings about her because I think that like the idea of her is really cool. And I think the way that they design the fight is cool, but it's also annoying. So I'm gonna go with Skynail, I guess.
I don't like her. I'd orphan that bitch. I don't like it.
Okay. Orphan her. Yeah, let's orphan her.
Orphan.
Mm-hmm.
When you fight her like in a really hard level, it's pretty terrible.
I'm gonna go with the Emperor of Pyro and Ice, Krabby from Fontaine.
Crabbrave.
Yeah.
I think I fought that like once.
There's like two different, like kind of like it does morph a little bit, which I guess is probably more common than I'm making it sound. I do like fighting this little guy though.
Okay.
So I'm gonna put him up in the Rockin' for Life.
I'm
Okay.
cool with that.
Yeah.
He's a little crab. Krabby. 6 left.
I'm gonna go with the Pyro Cube, and I'm gonna give it a a Rockin' for Life Tour de Force Awesomeness event level.
All right.
Okay.
I really hated this boss when it first came out.
Same.
Now that I have a few Hydro characters built up, I feel like I have a lot of fun with it.
Yeah.
I'm not at the point of how fast can I do it, but I'm getting there.
It is fun in co-op when you just do it with a whole bunch of Barbaras. Remember?
Yeah,
There's a few
that's
times
true.
we've done that. How many Barbaras can fight the Pyro Cube?
Yeah, I'm fine with that, I think.
I think.
But I'm with you. It was super like frustrating when it first came out, and then later I was like, okay, this is fine. And I like that it kind of reminds me of the electro hypostasis and that it like varies its attacks. I mean, I guess they all do that, but it like embodies like a different form when it attacks you.
Mm-hmm.
It's the most different of them all, I think.
B, who would you like to choose from our final contestants?
Let's go with the algorithm of what is it? Semi something.
The algorithm of the Sumero Desert. I don't remember the name, but it is an
Yeah.
algorithm. It's underneath one of Deshart's pyramids, and you need them for Candace.
The algorithm of semi and transient matrix of overseer network.
I don't think they made that short enough.
No, it needs to be longer.
Mhm.
Yeah, it needs at least 5 more words.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Where are we putting the algorithm?
I'm gonna go with Skynail because to me it's annoying that you have to have Electro, but it is interesting. Like it is an interesting fight where you're like not sure what exactly is happening.
Yeah.
And I like that it turns invisible.
Mm-hmm.
That's something different.
And those are the reasons why I like it. I would upvote, but I'm okay with it being in Skynail also.
Oh yeah, you would do Rockin' for Life?
I keep in Sky now.
Skynail.
Okay.
I'm gonna go with the Pyro Bird, who is one of the new Notlon, one of your the first Notlon ones that you get.
I think I fought that like one time.
This is not a name that I think I could even say if I tried. So Pyro Bird, it's staying. And if you don't know who I mean the guy who is very close to my cute little Kankamato. And I dislike this little fucker. And then he turns into a little tiny like dragon bird thing, and then he's flying around. It's annoying and ugh.
Have you seen the clips online of people who like dive attack like way up above it
No.
and then like kill it
Really?
instantly? There's
That's
some weird, I don't know if it's
insane.
still there, like, but when it first came out, people were posting clips online of them like doing, because I think if I'm thinking of the right one, it's like you can jump into its den from up above,
You can,
Mhm.
yeah.
and people were doing like a dive attack, and then they would land on top of it, and then it would just do like poo 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 poo, poo, like hit it over and over and over and over again
Oh.
until it died.
Oh, so it glitched a little bit.
Yeah.
Now I gotta try it.
You do it and tell me because I hate it so much that I'm not even doing it. I'm not even gonna try it. So guess who's hanging out with Dottore? Pyro
Ow.
Bird.
No.
Pyro Bird and Lava Statue.
I don't think it's Dottore level.
I'm trying to remember what it was like to fight it because I think I really only fought it one time. I don't know.
I would orphan it or put
Orphan
it in
it?
Skynail.
Let's do Orphan because I don't have that negative of a feeling about it.
3 left.
All right, I'm going with the Electro Regivine,
All right.
which I fought a lot because I needed it for Cyno. You also need it for Dory, I believe. Not that, I mean, I leveled my Dory, but it didn't really matter. In the end, nothing really matters. And I'm gonna give it a Skynail. I find it the most annoying of the flowers. It's not the easiest, but it's not the hardest. It's just there.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
Yeah, I'm okay with that.
Okay, what are these last two?
Lord of Eroded Primal Fire, which is the new one in
Oh,
Outlawn. And then the other secret source automation.
okay, well, I'm gonna go with the Natlan finale boss. And this is tough because I think it's so freaking cool. But it was also really hard until I got Varessa.
Mm.
And I know y'all will probably downvote it, but I'm gonna go with Rockin' for Life.
I'd be okay because I used Auroran in there.
What?
Yeah,
Yeah,
Roran's good at
Oh
it
my
too.
God, I hate
It's
you
one of those
guys.
bosses where if you don't have a Natlan character,
Yeah,
you're
you're gonna hate it.
screwed.
Yeah, I was gonna say orphan it, but it's fine. I was
Orphan.
outvoted.
No, we could go down to
We'll go to
Skynail.
Skynail then, yeah, because
Yeah,
that's a jump.
I don't have that strong a feeling about it.
I do hate that guy.
I'm gonna go with our last one that we have is our other secret secret sauce. The secret source automation. And I'm gonna Skynail them because I'm not a big fan of those.
Which one is that? I don't even remember what that one does.
The Escoffier one, you need to fight ice with it.
I don't remember that.
Yeah, I don't dislike it as much as the other one, the phlogiston pillar one, but
Mhm.
I can either keep it or get rid of it. So I think Skynail's perfect.
I'll Skynail it.
Well, this is fun. Thank you everybody for listening to our little 4th of July changeover from lore for a little bit and looking at our bosses and ranking them. Since we don't talk too much about fighting and stuff, it was a nice little change.
Yeah, and let us know what you think. Send us your own tier lists.
And tell us who you disagree with and who you agree with in ours.
Yeah, I'm really curious to see like what other people think.
Yeah.
'Cause,
Mhm.
well, I won't speak for all of us, but I am not like up on trends in terms of what bosses people like in this game.
Yeah, no, I don't think.
So I'm
Yeah.
curious to see what our listeners like
Yeah.
and dislike.
We'll have it up on our site along with the link, like I said, where you can fill out your own and share it along with us.
Yeah, travelers can feel free to email us their tier list or let us know what they thought of this episode or other episodes by
Mhm.
emailing Albedo at talesoftevatpod@gmail.com, where he will get back to us with the most worthy of tier lists, which are going to be all of them because he's going to be so excited. He loves some data.
And because I know everyone's going to be like, well, what are we basing it on? It's based on your enjoyment of the fight
Yeah.
overall. So it's a mixture of difficulty, design, whatever.
Travelers can also feel free to share their tier lists if they are in or want to join our 18 plus Discord server, which is Shades of Teyvat. You could join it by going to bit.ly/Shades of Teyvat, all lowercase, no spaces. Again, you have to be 18 plus to join the server. Aventurine and Kaveh will be checking IDs at the door, and occasionally Kaveh brings his boyfriend, and you don't want to get on the scribe's bad side, so definitely don't try to sneak in with your fake IDs. Travelers can feel free to follow us on Instagram, Tales of Teyvat Pod, or Twitter, Tales of Teyvat. You can also follow us on Blue Sky and Threads under the same titles. You can also feel free to check out our Ko-fi shop, where you can buy us a cup of coffee, or you can check out our merch shop. All proceeds from our Ko-fi go to paying for our web hosting, our editing software, and all the necessities needed to keep the podcast up and running. Travelers can also feel free to rate us wherever they listen to podcasts, so other travelers know that they could find an S-tier leveled lore podcast to their liking. If it's not S-tier, just email Albedo. He'll handle it. That being said, until then, safe journeys, travelers. We'll see you next time.
Bye, boss nerds. Hopefully, girl boss nerds.
What?
That means